Yo. Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? What are we even doing here?
Yo, Wi-Fi flagging, but they holding it down. How about them J-era Maz ballers running Beantown? They say these guys are ridiculous, yet probably true. Like the 23 Celtics, they got a deep crew. Pregame Papa trying to make some bank. Professor Pete repping Latvia, KP the thing. RJ's on the email, taking fools to college. Joey, Matt, Timo, Robin, let's acknowledge. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? In the garden, fighting for a quiet spot. Jack's taking notes while the crowd gets hot. Irate, insightful, not a diplomat. Sam's got a long list and it's just for rats. Rat list your Wi-Fi, rat list your dog. Rat list Bronny, rat list LeBron. Rat list the traffic, rat list the song. Rat list that's getting too long. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? Might think they're chill, but don't get it twisted. They're not just hustling, they're highly gifted. Still new to the scene and making their mark. It's a humble beginning, it's a hero's arc. Sam's keeping it real with the Starkey vibe, but he's all in with Jack when it's time to ride. Your ass hat in the chat, Jack says don't come back. He's got zero patience for nonsense attacks. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Jack and Sam talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here?
Whoa, we made it. Happy Sunday. Celtics are back after several days off. It felt like school vacation. The way we had been nose to the grindstone, now there was no games. Jack and I joined by First the Floor's Wayne Spooney. Hello.
Boys, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Can't believe you came
excited.
Back. Thanks.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Oh, I think we got crushed in that Detroit game too when I was last here, so maybe I'm bad luck, but we'll find out today. A little easier team to play against today.
Yeah, Clippers have been shockingly bad, but also cursed, where Kawhi is injured and Bradley Beal suffered an old man injury breaking his hip, and Chris Paul is washed. They just can't really catch any kind of break. I was looking at stats today. I literally can't believe how little they use Chris Paul and how little he actually gives them. He averages 2 points a game. He's giving them nothing.
Yeah, man, it's brutal. It's classic Clippers stuff. Simmons used to say he thinks they were started out on an Indian burial ground because wherever they were before they were in LA, I think, and their luck is very horrible. Lots of bad omens with the Clippers and just another one. But yeah, Chris Paul's washed. It's a shame, but it's over.
Poor guy. It's over. Yeah. Done for. I mean,
poor guy. He's got nothing going.
I know, right?
nothing to be happy about.
Thanks, Nick. What I was gonna say is, I like the John Collins trade at the time, but I guess in hindsight, trading your second leading scorer for John Collins, maybe not the best plan to continue having a quality offense. But listen, I still think it's early in the season. I still think this Clippers team is objectively talented. James Harden is still a good player. Kawhi Leonard, when healthy, still a good player. They've still got elite defensive pieces. I knew Zubac has gotten off to a slow start, but he's an incredible center, especially the defensive end. I still think they'll be a playoff team. I still think they'll be fine, but right now it definitely has been a struggle for them.
Yeah, it's funny. I vividly remember being here last year for the Jazz game, and John Collins got to 1 of 13 at one point. So
yes,
yeah, I mean, just quality player, hands down. Bottom line, quality player, great guy to have on your team. It is funny that at one point he was the next guy up. Everybody wanted the Celtics to trade for him. He was always in the Celtics trade rumors. Danny was always in love with him when he was the GM here. He ends up in Utah with Danny, and now he's with the Clippers. We do have the starting lineup. Celtics rolling with Walshy again with the regular starters, and he might be there to stay. He impressed in the last game. He brought the same defensive energy. What's been so impressive to me is that even when he doesn't necessarily have it going on offense, he doesn't really waver on defense. Like his confidence doesn't change. And I think that bodes well for him as a starter.
Yeah, man. And I'll say, like, that's a massive difference from where he was last year, where one mistake and he'd kind of hang his head. And ultimately, I think part of that is just expectations this season are much lower. Like, Joe's not yanking you the second you make one mistake like he was the last couple of years. And Walsh has benefited from it more than anybody. The biggest thing, dude, we are like good at rebounding when Jordan Walsh is on the court, like 72.1% defensive rebound percentage when he's on the court, which is not great, but it's fine. It's viable. 65 when he's off, which would be like very easily the worst in the league. And our offensive rebounding has a pretty dramatic impact positively, like 6 percentage points better when Walsh is out there. So he doesn't need to score. We got plenty of dudes who can score the basketball. He needs to rebound and play defense. And I think I was critical of his defense last year. It has come a long way. He used to foul so many dumb fouls, reaching in where he didn't need to. And now he's just using the athleticism, the quick twitch, and the length to point of attack, make hell for ball handlers, and just being in the right place as a help side, weak side defender too. I'm pumped, man. I'm so happy for Walshy.
He's great, man. I mean, I wrote about it a little bit pregame because Joe had a quote about like guarding James Harden. It feels like the Celtics have their next like whenever there's a star on the other team, it's Jordan and or Ugo, and sometimes Mina. But like Jordan and Ugo have really stepped in and guarded like the top players. I looked at the matchup minutes so far this season, and I don't have it in front of me, so this might not be exactly right. But Ugo's is like Maxey, Cunningham, Brunson, and Paolo and Franz. And then Jordan's is like Maxey, Paolo, Franz, Jaren Jackson. Like they just have two guys capable of guarding the best player. And I feel like we all thought it was going to be, oh, Jalen's going to do that a little bit, or Derek's going to do that a little bit. And I think those two are capable of doing that. But with how much of a load Jalen is taking on the offensive end, having two guys who can sort of take the burden off of him defensively is just super helpful. And listen, I said it after the first game when they gave up 119 points. The Celtics defense is good. It's going to be good. It's going to be top 10, maybe top 5. And it's been really fucking good. They're allowing 108 points a game, which is second league to the Thunder. Like this is a really good defense the Celtics have built. And I've been very impressed with the way that things have shaped up, especially on that end. And I do think the offense will come around soon.
Yeah, like they remain in the top 10, just across the board. Top 10 team net rating, offensive rating, defensive rating, which I guess net rating technically tells you that they're very good at both things. And they're somehow one game below 500. Like they are a couple of bounces away from being like all of us on the pods and in writing articles being like, whoa, who would have expected this without Tatum? And, you know, if your team tank, it's tough for you because it's like, things are going about as bad as they could go. Like all the bounces are going the wrong way. The Celtics aren't catching a break. And meanwhile, like they're just like dusting off gems. Like, wait, Jordan Walsh does what? Ugo isn't going to spend time in Maine? Josh Minot? How did nobody sign him? Like they've caught breaks with all these guys and they have been in every single game for the most part. And they've looked good doing it. Their offense has looked well oiled. The looks have been good. They're getting the type of shots that they want. They just haven't been able to make them yet. And it feels like whenever the time comes when they do make the shots, other teams are going to be in trouble. As for Walsh, you mentioned it, Jack. Like he's been so versatile defending the opposing team's best player. And like it doesn't matter if it's Maxey or it's Jaren Jackson. Like Josh Minot had the moment where he really did a great job against Evan Mobley. And the thing that separates those two right now is the fouls, as you had talked about how Walshy looks completely different because he's void of his fouls, Spoonie. Minot has the fouling illness. He has foulitis. He's prone to fouling. And Walsh has somehow sidestepped that, which is very good for his upside this season.
Yeah, man. And Ugo, too, like he's just fouling at a crazy rate. And I think Ugo, the longer he's in the league, he will do the exact same things and they will start not being fouls anymore as he's like refs get more familiar with him and he starts to get this reputation around the league as a good defensive player. That's the NBA, baby. That's what we love about it. But yeah, so I'm a card carrying member of Team Tank. And I never thought this team could be like one of the 5 worst teams in the NBA, but I think with the flattened lottery odds, even if you're 8, 9, like you got a pretty good chance and the 9th pick in the draft, is a pretty damn good asset if you want to make a trade. But regardless, all I wanted by being a card carrying member of Team Tank, what I meant was play the young guys. And if they suck, that's great because we'll get a better draft pick. And if they're good, we'll win more games than I sort of expected or Team Tank wants. And that's great too, because ultimately, if you are part of Team Tank, what you want is for this team to have more young talent. And when the young guys are playing well and winning more games than maybe some of us expected, there you go. There's your young talent. And that's the most important thing to me. So the fact that it's Walsh, Minot, and Ugo in some games that are kind of propelling us to, high, I would say beneficial advanced stats if the actual record hasn't played out. And just real quick, cleaning the glass gives you like expected record based on your net rating. We are last, meaning that our expected record is much higher than our actual record, if that makes sense. That was a very confusing way to put it. But essentially, we are losing way more than we should based on the advanced stats.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been a card-carrying member, as Spoonie so aptly put it. I still think this team is going to win 45 games. That's what I said from the start of the season. That's where I stand right now. And I think the net rating that you just mentioned, the expected, would probably say something along those lines. I did want to answer this question in the chat, too. Someone asked, who they think will be the most – this is RJ. Who do you think will develop the most consistent offense? I was talking to Noah about this before the game because I was sitting with her while we were watching warm-ups. It's just warm-ups and anything can happen. Just the way Ugo moves on the court, even just warming up against the coaches, the way he is choosing to go to a floater versus driving, the way he's slow stepping and practicing these moves, he's gonna be really fucking good. He is gonna be he's gonna be a $25 to $30 million a year player at some point in his career. He's going to be the next Tumani Kamara defense, but with actual offensive skill. And that's not a shout out to Tumani Kamara. Tumani Kamara is incredible, but just the way he plays, how smart he already is at this age. He's gonna be really, really, really good, and I'm very excited to see how his career sort of plays out here.
Dude, I go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
No, you go. I have nothing intelligent to say.
I think that probably makes three of us, right? But I was on that point, Jack, about just kind of the way watching Ugo, he just kind of has it, he understands how to play basketball. I was just thinking the other day, when he gets swung the ball against a rotating defense, I can't think of one time he's made the incorrect dribble, pass, or shoot decision, right? He's either firing away, he's either swinging it and moving it along, or he's driving that closeout, and he does it immediately, and it's always the right decision. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of innate. You cannot really teach that, right? Walsh struggles with that sometimes. He'll be a little pass happy. But Ugo's just got it, dude. And Christian Braun, but he pronounces it Brown. That's kind of the level of guy I'm hoping he can become. And like you said, Jack, that's what did he get? 20, 25 this offseason. So yeah. Boom, right there.
Yeah, I think he's just been such a pleasant surprise, and it feels weird to keep beating the dead horse with this, but at Summer League, we didn't see a lot of that. At Summer League, we were man, he's going to need some time in Maine to get a real feel for it, and maybe he was just being asked to do more than he's capable of, and more so the role he's playing now with the Celtics is more in line with what he would have been doing in Real Madrid last year, where it's you're playing with all these ex-NBA dudes, you're this low on the totem pole guy on your team, and your role is very small, and he figured out how to thrive in it and help them win a championship over in Europe. And, I guess it hurt his draft stock, and it's good for us because he ended up here, and he's absolutely a dog. He plays the right way. He's a smart player, like Spoonie said. And, I just think the most impressive thing is he just doesn't make, really, really dumb mistakes. Even when Spoonie said, the fouling is a problem, which, numerically right now it is, but you said it perfectly. It's the kind of thing down the line, he's not going to get called for these ticky-tack fouls. There have been several this year where you're just hands on your head right next to him as he's in disbelief on the floor when the refs blow the whistle on him. It's terrible. Man, I just feel we're all so fortunate. I was going to joke. Yeah, Jack is definitely not Team Tank. He's trying to shut down Team Tank. He's telling the FBI that you guys exist, and he's trying to get the SWAT team to pull up to your little underground bunker and get you guys out of there.
We've got a whole warehouse, man. It's not an underground bunker, all right? We've got a whole setup over here. Me, Jake, and Ben are set up. We're podcasting from the warehouse. We're, running Darren Peterson tape. But yeah, man. And like, I think that's also why they targeted Minot and Ugo, is that one of the things that impressed me the most when I was looking at tape of Minot over the summer was how he makes the correct decision and makes it quickly, even though like he's never going to run a pick and roll. We're not going to be like, give the ball to Josh, let him create, right? But you don't have to on this team. You just have to not screw up and make some open threes, and you'll be and obviously defend, but that's a given with these three guys. So to me, like, Minot's just not the on-ball defender that Walshy and Ugo are, but offensively, they give you kind of similar things, and it's like all you need is one of these guys to pop, and it looks like maybe all three are turning into like real guys, which is a kind of a problem because we don't have enough minutes, but it's also like an amazing problem to have.
Sweeney, I want your thoughts on this. I mean, we've been getting this since like the first day of the season.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
time and
Jack.
thoughts, please.
I'm
Sweeney,
sorry.
what do you think?
That was a really poor
please.
timed sip of water.
That's all right. Please.
Okay. I think he's ultimately, first of all, he's a worse creator than I was kind of anticipating. Like, I was really expecting, like, you could give him the ball and he could run the second unit and you'd be fine. I've not really seen that from him a ton. Whereas, like, Pritchard is the other way, where I feel like way more confident with Pritchard. Jay Glover's got a bone to pick. I'm sorry. I apologize, Jay Glover, if I was snarky. Sometimes I'm on there before my first cup of coffee, or, I having a rough day at work. So I'm sorry. I don't mean it. It's all in good fun. I'm snarky with everyone. So it's just like it's a character flaw, really. But like defensively, I think teams are kind of attacking Simons in the wrong way, where they're just like trying to isolate against him. And I suspect we're going to see him get involved in more off-ball stuff as a defender. And I think he's just really not good at that. And so for now, I think he's been okay on the defensive end, but I suspect once teams get kind of used to how we're defending and sort of this chaotic energy we've got, they're going to really start focusing on running Simons through multiple picks, especially when Garza's out there, and just run them both into the off-ball actions. And I think it'll be tough. So he's kind of been different than I expected. Like, obviously he can score the hell out of the ball and we need that. But I do think as the season goes on, he might get figured out on the defensive end a little bit, which worries me.
Yeah, Jack always shows off on the film. Like, he does struggle in rotation, like kind of gets lost a lot, and that might be the best way to attack him. I think it has been encouraging to see his offense at least trend in the right direction, you can be like, okay, this is what he does. Like, I joked about it last weekend because I made the video after the Friday Cup loss of like, what does Garza do? What does Anthony Simons do? And then they had a tremendous game in Orlando the next game. And like, you can see a little bit of like, okay, this is how he's supposed to fit in on this team. And it does kind of work. Like, it's not completely detracting from everything, but it does come with a cost, Jack.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've said this every time I've had, we talked about it on the show. He's not a good defender. He's just not. And it's not even like an effort thing. He's trying really hard. He's objectively like putting in a ton of effort on that end. He's just not good at it. And that's really tough to fix. And I said it when it happened. That heater he had against the Magic, I watched like the whole game. The Magic got an open shot every possession he was on the court. Like every possession he was on the court, and he made up for it because he was just red hot, and the Magic missed some open threes. It was easy buckets whenever they just went after him on the ball. He got lost off the ball. He isn't aware of screens, so he just taken out of plays, and it's a 3v4 automatically. Like it's a mess. And Garza's not great either. And Pritchard's had some moments where he's gotten beat defensively too. Like he's had some moments, but like you watch these games and it's just so painfully obvious how much better the Celtics are defensively when he's not on the court. And I think the gap between him and Pritchard defensively is infinitely larger than the gap between them offensively, especially because what you mentioned, Spoony, Pritchard's just a objectively better creator. He's been the best offensive leader on the Celtics this season outside of Jaylen Brown. By far, he's been awesome. And I don't get why people are so upset with how he's been playing. I know the threes haven't gone down, and I know Derek White struggled too, but just look, it's just brutal defensively when Simons is on the court. And it kind of gets to a point where you're like looking at it and it's not really a tenable situation. Like it is not something that, at least in my opinion, it doesn't feel like it can be fixed. It just kind of is what it is, and you have to decide, okay, are we okay living with, Anthony Simons bleeding points defensively? And if he is as hot as he was against the Magic, then the answer is yeah, I'll live with that for a 5-minute stint, and then you go from there. But if he is failing to play make effectively, like you sort of alluded to, which he struggled with at times this season, if the shots aren't going in, and listen, when they're not going in, they're not going in. Like it is pretty ugly offensively when they're not going in. And I feel like people just look at the sort of, 40% from three, better player, start him. Like that's just really not how it works. Like there's so much more that goes into it. And as we're chatting here, I'm trying to find the defensive ratings for when each of them are on the floor. And I mean, I'll just tell you right now, it's brutal. Like the numbers for Simons, it's bad.
Yeah, so
definitely not pretty.
No, yeah, so 116 defensive rating with Simons, and without Pritchard by himself 111, so about 5 points per 100 better, which is like a very sizable difference. That's like 5 points is between like the 7th best defense and like the 20 something best defense. So huge difference there. Totally agree. As a team, we assist, like our assist percentage as a team is like 4 or 5 percentage points higher when Pritchard's on the court than when Simons is on the court. And to me, that's just, he's a ball stopper, dude. Like he just is. And I find that incredibly frustrating, but you're right. Like he's going to get hot enough at times where it totally justifies all of his flaws and it doesn't matter. It's just, it's a matter of like managing and trying to carve out when those moments are, because you don't know until it happens, right? So it's pretty difficult to game plan, and it's also kind of difficult to game plan against, because if like Simons has it that night, we're going to be really hard to guard, but when he doesn't have it, he's bordering on unplayable.
I think I will push back on the ball stopping stuff completely. I think it's a massive trend, but I think in recent games he has shown more of a willingness to pass the ball, because at the beginning, I completely agree. I was like, he puts that ball on the floor, it's over. He is not giving it up. He's going to take whatever shot he has to take to get his shots up. But he's been dotting guys up a little bit over the last week or so, and I think it's really helped him be more effective on that end of the floor. And like, it's helped me be like, okay, like I can kind of see it. Like I can kind of see how he could fit, but it's certainly not perfect. Both of you guys have great points, and it's very valid. But I think he's shown a little bit of improvement, so I want to give him some credit for that. But I am 100% with Jack. He is not the starting point guard on this team. He should not be the starting point guard on this team. I don't understand why people think that he should be the starting point guard on this team, because if you're watching the games up until the last week, he was absolutely a ball stopper who doesn't work with the rest of the team. At least now he's showing a little bit of like willingness, but like even then, it's like, no, he's a spark plug guy. He comes off the bench. He does his job. And if he has it, then great. If not, then maybe you lean more into somebody like Ugo, who can play the smaller position but still be an effective defender and help you that way.
Yeah, and like I honestly, Pritchard just kind of deserves it, man. Like he's been here a long time. He's played his ass off. He's turned himself into a damn good NBA player. Okay, flip side, I know we're running low on time. The argument for him starting is the best thing he does is he's an absolute sniper as a catch and shoot guy and attacks closeouts really well because he's got a great first step. So the argument would be like, if you put him in there with Derek and Jalen, he can just shoot open shots and attack a rotating defense. And then you actually have Pritchard who can run the second unit. Again, I don't agree with that. I would keep Pritchard in the starting lineup, but I do think that's kind of a compelling argument.
I think that lineup has its place. Like, I think they should definitely use that. Like, it should be something they go to at points. I just like, if you take Pritchard out of the starting lineup, you lose so much playmaking. Like, I don't think people understand just how important his offensive creation has been for the Celtics this season. Like, it's just worlds different when he's on the court. And Simons just hasn't really shown the ability to do that as consistently.
Little like just completely unrelated thing that's going to ruin this whole podcast. I'd like to send my condolences to everybody in Section 9 at the Garden today because every game they do a first Dunkin' Donuts giveaway, and the player for Section 9 is Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard just doesn't dunk the ball. Like, you are not going to win. How can you even make that one of the sections? Like, they should just be, like, there's a sixth section that gets, like, they win if anybody that's not in the starting lineup is the first dunk of the day. Like, they should just get that. That's so unfair. Like, I would rather just not, like, Level 9 doesn't get in it, and that's fine. Like, you shouldn't give me Pritchard. Like, that is so – it's assault. It's assault. They play too much money for those tickets for that.
That's brutal, man. But, hey, you never know. Like, he almost had one, what was it, 2 years ago. I really thought he was going to bang one down, and it never happened.
Do you
but
see
we're
why this is fucked up? Like, that –
yeah.
That anecdote is reason why.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, it's proving your point, isn't it?
Ridiculous. Anything else you guys wanted to chat about before we get out of here and get ready for the game?
I feel like, quickly, Zubac, does he tear them apart today? I feel like there's a chance that he is an absolute Goliath against the Celtics.
I think especially any minutes where Nemi is not out there, he's going to absolutely feast. It might be tough. I'm really interested in seeing how Nemi does against him and handles the Zubac Harden pick and roll because, his drop defense has improved so much this year. Like, it's honestly like crazy that he's the same guy as the dude. It's like he has a body double who came in who knows how to play drop. So interested to see that. It's also the two slowest teams in the NBA per NBA's pace stat, which is not perfect. So I think the Celtics will. I know. I think we're gonna really try and push because this is an old Clippers team that does not want to run with you.
I'm trying to look if Peyton Pritchard's ever dunked in a game.
I'm sure he's dunked, but it's been a while.
No, that's why I'm looking.
I'm not sure he has.
See that.
It is funny, like the guys like Peyton Pritchard or even like Isaiah Thomas, right? Like when he was on the Celtics and like he would never dunk the ball, but like if you're in the NBA, you probably have dunk the ball athleticism. It's so funny how fast the game is because they can't afford to give up any speed to try and get vertical anymore to try and dunk it, that they just accept shooting layups instead of the super cool dunks.
For sure.
Okay, I have to go year by year to find it. He has not dunked this year, as a spoiler alert, in case you were unsure if he's dunked this year. But no, he has not.
Okay.
But I do have to go season by season. Last year, he did not dunk. Didn't even attempt to dunk, so he didn't even miss a dunk. Year before that, he did not dunk. Okay. I have 3 more years left. He has not dunked in the last 3 seasons, including this one. I'm at 22-23. The stats are loading. He attempted a dunk in 22-23, but he missed.
Whoa.
He did not. So he did not dunk. Here, I can show you, hopefully, unless this just takes me to all his shots. And then, okay, yeah, it's just taking me to all his shots. So I'll have to like skim through to find it. But let me see if he's dunked in any other year before I do that. 21-22. He dunked in 21-22.
Oh, he did.
Look at that.
Okay.
He dunked. His second year in the league, and then his rookie season, I'll double check.
Does he have bounce
so
still,
in
though?
his
Has he
entire
lost
career,
his hops?
Peyton Pritchard has attempted 2 dunks in his career, and he is 1 for 2. Those are the stats. Let me find it here. I can find them for you. Okay, so I have one. I have both of the dunks. Should we look at the miss first?
Yes.
Yeah, pull up the miss.
Okay, so this is the miss dunk from the 22-23 season. It's against the Pistons. Justin Jackson is on the floor for some context against Kevin Knox and Nerlens Noel.
I feel like
Noah
Vonleh.
Okay, well. So, unfortunately, it doesn't even show the right clip, so we'll just never see the miss dunk.
I love when they do
Because
that.
NBA.com is broken. Yeah, it's great. It's so fun. This is the made dunk, though, against the Magic's orange jerseys.
Oh, those were
what a
horrible.
time.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, is that
Look
even
at
a
Marcus.
dunk? Did he get rim?
I think it is a dunk.
It's close. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a dunk.
Yeah, all right.
Count
That's a
it.
dunk.
Yep.
That's a dunk. Yeah.
That's a dunk.
Rim
He
grazer
dunked.
package.
I might be able to do that one.
So Pritchard has, in fact,
Unlucky.
dunked. He has dunked.
Yeah. So
Yes,
he's due.
Exactly. He's due.
Yeah.
He is due.
All right. Well, we can wrap it up there. We did get to the bottom of it. We solved the mystery. Spoonie, thank you for sitting through it with us and investigating and putting on your Sherlock hat along with us. Any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to plug before we wrap it?
Yeah, just check out First of the Floor podcast. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff.
It's at the
And,
bottom of the screen.
And we will be doing a late night show, very early late night show tonight after the game around 8 o'clock. So definitely check that out. And thanks for having me, boys. It's always a good time.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to wrap it up there. Jack and I back tomorrow with game recap. Goodbye. Here's Joe.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your